Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney here on Donaram. We're out of our second part of the trial and into the second day of investigation.
We get to investigate again.
The mysteries are mysterious, and we must unravel
There's
it.
a quantum murder. Yeah.
What's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused.
Huh? Well, let's see. What is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room.
What's this in the evidence room part?
You were there. Come on.
Prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart.
Okay, we didn't know that before.
Yeah, we didn't know that. Ellipsis.
But it's within the
Well-
autopsy report's time frame.
Surely that's what we're going to find out, or try to at least.
So he died at 4:30.
All right, let's do it.
I'm glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this.
She just gave us a time frame.
Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, she did just give us a time
She gave us
frame.
30 minutes. That's useful.
Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove these thick rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us.
Oh, back in the garage.
Yep.
Man, Edgeworth can't get his car out because it's a crime scene.
I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder.
What?
There wasn't even a body. Who cares?
That's,
Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie.
Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it.
let's go to the crime scene where she wasn't.
The oil drum was empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water.
Wouldn't it be a water drum then?
Well, it's an oil drum with water in it.
My sister erasing evidence at the crime of the scene? No way.
Even though she says they don't get along, Emily really does like her sister.
That's not it at all. It's just we're both professionals in what we do, and I trust her.
Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away.
Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright.
Huh? What's that grin for?
This situation called for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid.
Oh, hell yes.
Luminol.
Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there.
But wouldn't the police have already done those tests?
They're buffoons.
It's true.
Just give it a try.
We start spraying
Why do I
everything.
have to do it?
I'm a minor. I can't even drink, let alone do science.
We're testing bloodstains.
Yeah, whatever.
Here, look. I'll lend you my glasses.
You had an extra pair of those things?
Sweet.
To test for blood reaction, just spray luminol.
Okay. I hope we don't.
Like this, see? Press the A button to spray it. Okay, let's find some blood stains.
On the ground.
Yeah, spray around
around
the trunk of
once.
the car.
Around one.
Oh.
Not much. Trace elements from when the body was moved.
Enhance. I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So this is a blood stain.
It's so,
Emma, you're shaking.
it's just, this is my first time seeing real blood.
Well, yeah, yep.
Okay, well, we definitely know that this is a blood stain.
What is
The
odd about
amount
this?
of blood.
Location or blood? More
I think
blood.
the
I
amount.
amount.
The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood?
I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoes.
It is pretty strange. If they fought here, they'd have to have been more blood than this.
Hey, Mr. Wright. I'm going to mark up the floor plan when we find a blood stain, okay?
Sounds good.
See, I'm pretty handy, right?
Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy too.
I saved up my allowance to buy that.
Proud
All
looking.
right.
Let's go.
We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court.
That's true.
Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit their view.
Then let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
It feels like we're really investigating now.
Which is what we're doing.
Guess I
so-
should give
It's
this
true. This is the first
spree-
time we've really investigated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's this? Oh.
I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box.
Miss Star!
You only trust your own eyes. Not bad, you two. This day-old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just that kind of lead-in doesn't really get my mouth watering. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Star, but no, it's okay. It was my fault. I witnessed everything from that security room right there, but I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry.
Sorry, you lied on the stand. It's unforgivable.
Ellipsis. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Skye stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph was something important to tell us, but what?
So, you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Star?
Yes, it was a long time ago, about 2 years. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me, whiplash, they coughed it up. Coughed it up? They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know, I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I dragged the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect. And before long, they called me Ellipsis, the cough-up queen.
Oh, and here I thought someone had got food poisoning from your lunches.
And you were let go, fired. I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that case, the SL9 incident. SL9? Wait, she doesn't mean...
Finally, we get to find out who was wrongfully convicted and why there's
You gonna
another
show
case.
her the knife?
Yeah. Here, look.
Please,
What do you
please,
think about this?
tell us what happened.
The SL9 incident, it's written on that knife. And on that note.
Okay, we could have also given her that.
Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know.
Really?
That knife was evidence from that case, the murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over. Not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident?
That would be lovely. Maybe we can present the note since she pointed that out as well. There's a date on there we don't know
What do you
about.
think about this?
The SL9 incident, it's written on that. Oh, okay.
Same thing.
Head detective on that case. Can we present her with Goodman's
Maybe we need to examine it. She said it's written on it.
Yeah, but
Well, it just says SL9 written on it.
yeah.
Well, that or the knife.
Yeah, both of them have SL9 on them.
Can we present her with Goodman's ID? Oh.
I had one of those up until 2 years ago.
Back when you were the cough-up queen, right?
We found this ID card in this parking lot.
But
it's the same ID as the man who was killed at the police department. I wish I could be so sure.
Can we spray some luminol around here too, if we examine?
Just on her.
The door. It might just mean something.
We saw all that.
Seriously. Yeah, if we can see if there's like blood around the door there, that'd be interesting.
I don't know how to get the
Yeah, that
luminol
must have been a
back.
one-time thing. Maybe slide over, see what it says over here. Yeah, let's go see if we can move somewhere else, maybe.
Yeah.
Spray luminol at our office.
Hey, look, it's where
Oh yeah,
Mia
there
was killed.
There would be blood there.
Oh, Miss Skye's in questioning.
I hope the detectives aren't yelling at her. How did you kill him in two places at the same time? Can you imagine?
How's she supposed to answer that? Wait a second. Didn't Mr. Gant say
Yeah.
that they had arrested a suspect in the police department murder?
Let's come back later.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be the same
Yeah.
person.
Well, this place is as classy today as it was yesterday.
And I'm sure it'll be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edgeworth's not here.
I'm sure he's off doing important investigations.
I hope that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
I guess we'll have to come back.
Maybe he has the SL9 incident in his case reports.
So something here at the underground parking lot, right? Oh no, we can still go
Yeah,
to
so
the
I
yeah,
can
we can
police.
totally go to the police.
It's you. Oh, it's you.
They've got some
It's
kind of
even
campaign.
busier here today than it was yesterday.
The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring.
I suppose it makes sense. A detective did get killed here after all.
So, the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk, here it is.
She's like a kid in an amusement park.
Ooh, a real crime scene. Let's take a look.
There's that damnable mascot.
Oh, a new place.
The guard station. That's probably where that one officer with the really weird voice. Oh, never mind. It's that guy.
Cactus.
Oh Lord!
He's got liquor up on the cabinets.
He's got 2 bottles,
So-
several bottles of liquor, and he's got a trap near the door.
He does.
What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric.
According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room.
So beyond that door is the evidence room and the scene of the crime.
It sure seems that way. Ooh.
What's wrong?
It's those cacti. They're so prickly, so imposing. It's hard to think straight.
If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if this is the guard station, where is the guard?
I have a feeling I know who he is already.
Well, maybe.
Look on the floor, a lasso.
Looks like to set up the trap. somewhere.
Yeah.
A trap here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull,
Okay.
but the lasso missed.
You sure have an active imagination.
So obviously Gumshoe works here.
The evidence room is beyond that door.
Let's just walk in. It won't open.
All right. So we check the desk.
It looks like there's a video feed here from the evidence room here.
Wait, if there's a
There's
video.
a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording.
Wait, there should be a recording
I
of.
bet we could use the computer to check who went in and out.
Yeah, and there should be a recording of the murder itself.
Yeah.
mean, I'm sure the police would have looked at that, but they wouldn't have.
There's a security guard uniform.
Nope, that's not.
It looks more like a costume
yeah.
than a uniform, honestly.
A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather. What was that called again? Punchy, pitchy.
Yeah.
Wait, maybe that wasn't it.
It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being.
You cad. Oh.
Yipes!
I would think just one big one would be sufficient.
These cacti are a lot like my sister.
How so?
Oh, music.
Encased in a cold, rigid shell with spines pointing in every direction. Just like her.
Ellipsis. I'm not so sure I see the resemblance.
It's more an attitude than a physical similarity.
We finally meet her again. She's a cactor.
It's really the guy got killed by a cactus, but they thought it was her sister.
Ah.
Cactuar from Final Fantasies. and
Yeah.
this. But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way.
Of course not. If you went in through here, the cactus would fall over.
Yarg. Okay, so
Ticks. Are we missing anything?
we can't spray luminol in here, so I guess we'll have to
Right.
come back here after we've triggered something else.
Can we go actually in the?
Nope.
We go to the entrance? Oh, nope.
We can't go to
Criminal affairs.
Stairs.
Wow, everyone looks deadly serious here.
Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down at the department.
Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's office.
That makes my head hurt.
Well, first things first, let's go check out the crime scene.
Yeah.
Yes, you sound dead set on investigating. Get it? Get it? But don't mess up.
I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around
And
here
last
right
time we went to the evidence room, we got accosted by Von Karma. So
should we look at the stuffed animal again just to double check?
Life is pain. The blue badger.
The design's a little changed from the one outside. You have it trademarked?
Absolutely. Cutting edge stuff. Very now. I showed this doll here to my daughter and she burst into tears.
Don't show her the moving mock-up outside then. You'll give her nightmares.
Right?
Yeah, might as well talk to everybody here, right?
Yeah.
They might have something to say about the.
Evidence room.
Yeah.
Need a way in.
That must be the chief of detectives.
Chief of detectives, not chief of police. Oh, detective killed in Evans' room. Tell no one outside police department. No, I told that old lady at the restaurant everything.
Someone's getting a demotion.
That must be one of the detectives.
Dry ice? If you put it between the latch and the door, the room can be sealed shut. This is good. I'll win a writer's award for sure.
Ellipsis. All right. Well, he's clearly working.
Writing a book rather than doing police work.
Our movement is interesting.
Yeah. It's a few very specific places we can move to.
Blue
Badger's still writhing around.
Oh. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's dancing.
Can I take out his batteries? I just can't help but feel he's going to do something naughty.
Handprint and the bandage on his head. And
I guess he wasn't saluting. He was showing the detective where his head was.
okay, guess
Ooh, the car.
Mr. Wright, do you know why they patrol cars are painted?
No idea why.
I
No.
think they're designed after a panda.
A zebra.
That's all stuff we've seen.
Yep.
Yeah.
How about that message board thing all the way to the left?
Wanted posters.
Bulletins.
Okay.
You know, Mr. Wright, I always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like the people in the posters. They hardly even look human.
She has a point.
Okay. Maybe we needed to present something else to her, because there was the prompt for more information on SL9. Can we present? Let's just present everything.
What if we show her the map again where we found the blood?
Ah, that's a good idea. Ask her for her input.
Could you take a look at this? Yes. You said you wanted some hot tea, right?
You must have to brew the leaves a long time to get rich flavor like this.
Right?
We
Before
pre-infused.
brewing.
Yeah, we saw this.
All right.
I knew it.
Okay. So
What do we want to?
maybe the prosecutor award.
Have we shown her this thing?
Oh,
Let's just see what she says.
yeah, it's just the same thing.
The hot tea. Okay. Yeah.
Trying to think. Maybe. Wait a minute. Goodman had to have.
Present her the SL9 note.
We did that already.
We did.
We presented the knife.
We did both of them.
We did both.
Oh.
What about the ticket for Goodman coming in?
Yeah, we can try that.
Because if it's a parking stub for Miles. Oh, that's for Miles Edgeworth. Never mind. Because I was thinking that it was Saul Goodman for some reason.
Yeah.
Not Saul Goodman, Mr. Goodman.
Maybe show her the crime photo.
The map?
No, the crime photo.
The one she took. Which one?
Well, not the map. That one. If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room,
No, we couldn't.
but even I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime? I rushed toward the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yeah?
In other words, 5 minutes after the crime.
Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The whole of my testimony, as it were.
The 5 minutes worth of problem, Miss Star, you lied.
Listen, little girl. I've had my testimony disregarded before, and I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time.
SL9.
That time?
Just that time. Oh,
So now we do this
Stop.
one?
See if there's anything new to talk to her about.
yes,
Yes.
finally. Thank you.
That incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable.
Disposable to who?
2 years ago, Ellipsis, it was the biggest case I'd ever heard handled.
Wow.
The police, the prosecutors, were desperate for decisive evidence.
So they didn't solve it?
On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed.
Wow.
Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was they never did find decisive evidence, not a shred. What? But the criminal was executed, right? Oh, on the basis of evidence of a sort. Made up evidence.
What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence?
Ellipsis. The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job.
And you were one of those?
Myself and the one other person you know well. Wait, could it be? Exactly, Detective Jake Marshall.
Oh.
Oops, I mean Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall.
That's why he's guarding the evidence room.
As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined, and then it was over. He was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I.
Seems like a conflict of interest.
Yeah.
You haven't forgotten SL9? There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy damn offices can stop us.
Wait. Those lunches you sell?
There is only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. Miss Star's old boyfriends, how many does she have anyway?
She's building an army of boyfriends.
Just when all the detectives on
genius
SL9
plan.
It is, actually.
have disappeared, we find new evidence.
There's to be connection.
So, Rookie. What? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yeah? Duh. Then you should take this. A Salisbury steak lunch. I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat.
Nice.
Miss Starr? Officer Marshall, is he your, are you his? Are you going out?
Why do you want to know?
I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then.
This would be when the Officer Marshall was detective.
But now he's so cold.
The desert's cold.
Ellipsis. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that.
I see. Thank you.
Officer Jake Marshall. I guess let's try to get into the evidence room.
Yeah, or
Go to the
Detention
police
center.
department. I think we should go to the
maybe Lana's here. No, she's not.
police department. Criminal affairs.
Yep. She's the evidence room, guard room. Yeah, guard room, I think. Yep. Same so far. Oh, wait, never mind. Please?
Wasn't that?
One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you. Pal.
Detective Gumshoe.
Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland.
Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale.
I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking.
Now's no time for despair, pal. We caught a criminal. Now we just need evidence. Happens a
The
lot,
criminal,
actually.
You mean
You heard about the stabbing at the police department evidence room, right, pal?
on the same day that detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot. Detective killed at the police department.
And the perpetrator, do you have a suspect?
Yep.
No.
Just arrested him. It's the biggest scandal to hit the station since the last game. Everything's topsy-turvy.
The Detective Gumshoe, who was it?
Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Standing around here talking isn't going to fill my belly.
Wait, don't leave.
If you want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. He is having a good cry.
Yeah.
Later.
He ran off to the evidence room.
I thought he said detention center.
He told us to go to the detention
Well,
center.
this investigation's off to a running start. Let's try following him to the go to the criminal affairs. Yeah.
Do we want to go here?
Yeah, guard station. Sorry. That's what I meant.
Okay.
Move.
Nope.
Damn.
Okay. Let's go to the detention center, like you said, then.
There we go.
Still, I do feel better about things. A little.
I hope it's not.
I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, right?
Yeah, I guess they did. Best not to go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing.
Oh my God, it's him. The guy with the bullhorn. That one.
What was that?
Meekins. They arrested Meekins?
All right, who's doing the voice?
I'm doing it. I just can't remember who I did with it. Sir, what's that? Me, a perpetrator? I'd say I was perpetrated against, sir. That's what I'd say. Greetings, sir.
Wait, I know who you are.
Meekins. It's me, Mr. Edgeworth. Is he here? I've got a thing. I got a report.
Officer Meekins. So you're a guard here?
No, I'm a little lost patrolman, like a little lost lamb, sir.
Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report.
No, but how should I say this?
How is he still wearing a uniform?
Wait, he isn't. Is he?
He has the bandaged hand.
You, Officer Meekins. You didn't? Did you?
Something had to be done. Reporting, sir.
What? What?
Now this is an unexpected turn of events.
I like how his ID still has him saluting.
Yeah.
Like he just never does. I'm a patrolman with general affairs, sir.
I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins.
I had some business that day, and I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station for the room is empty.
So normally there's a guard in the evidence room.
Yeah, that's right. Because the evidence is in the evidence room. Now the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall.
Marshall?
Yeah. Then I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A very suspicious person. Suspicion. Yeah!
What the heck is this guy doing?
So what happened?
My job, sir. After that, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here at the detention center.
How long were you out? Days?
Might I ask what happened to your hand?
Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir.
A bandage on his hand. Just like Miss Skye.
Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office.
First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. Well, I don't mean to pry, but you're the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right?
Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. If you label me as a perpetrator or victim, if you have to, then label me victim.
I would, but you happen to be in detention and alive and well at
I'm a
that.
victim of circumstance. That's true. I suppose you could say that.
Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman?
Well, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side.
So you didn't know him?
Sir, I work in a tiny department devoid of light or other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives.
So if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him?
Sir, I had no intention of stabbing him, sir. I swear, nor do I have any recollection of killing him, but I swear.
Well, he's at least someone's more confused than me. About your hand, did that happen during the course of the crime? He keeps telling us we didn't do it, and we're like, sure, whatever. So your hand.
So how did you kill him?
Don't you think you should just confess?
Sir, there's nothing I could do.
Nothing you could do?
To tell the truth, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious.
The next thing you knew, you were what?
Then when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, all alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared.
What?
Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hand. It was really bloody. Oh, the shock. Oh, the sorrow. Can you imagine how I felt?
The victim's body disappeared.
That's some good story.
I'm thoroughly confused. But
So
let's go back to
Goodman had the knife. He was getting it out of the evidence room.
Yeah, let's go back to the police department. Criminal affairs.
He was dressed suspiciously white.
He was.
He was like Goodman was suspicious. I question his loyalty to I don't know what.
Guard station. The movement is killing me.
Yeah, it's so complicated to figure out where you're supposed to go.
See if you can actually go in the evidence room now.
We need somebody's permission.
Well, the chief of police is right outside. Gumshoe won't say no, but he's not here. Maybe we needed to give him the steak, but there was no option to.
What if we... I think we already saw this.
Do we have the steak in our inventory even?
Maybe we need to go back to the detention center and...
Yeah, we got a steak.
Maybe we can give Officer Marshall. Okay, so what is
we gotta
Officer
find Officer
Marshall?
Marshall.
But we don't know.
Go back to the detention center.
We didn't present him with anything. That's true.
Show him
The knife. The knife. The SL9 ticket.
Show him Goodman's
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That
show him
one?
that.
Was this the man you saw?
Do you think you could take a look at this?
Hey. That's it, sir. That's it. That's it. That's the one.
That's what?
It's the one-armed man. My head was a blank until this very moment. But now I remember. I remember, sir.
You mean you remember what happened?
Correct. That card was the cause of it all.
This ID card?
Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing.
I'd better pry into this one a little deeper.
Okay, so.
Talk to him, maybe?
Should we show him the knife?
Maybe, yeah, maybe we did get a new talk. He did mention
Oh,
something
he did
new.
give us.
Can you tell me what it is you do, air quotes, remember?
Well, sir, you might say I'm a little lost patrolman, lost little lamb, if you will.
Oh,
Oh, okay, now we're getting somewhere. I didn't know, Mr. Detective Goodman.
and
that's-
that's why you thought he looked suspicious.
I thought he was suspicious. I entered the evidence room and I asked the man to show me his ID card.
Well, that sounds pretty much by the book.
Yeah, I was. That's right. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do?
That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me.
What?
I know, it's messed up. I assure you I was flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him.
Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him.
Do unto others before they do unto you. My father's own words.
What happened then?
Well, my eyes, sir, everything went white when I woke. I was here. It sucks.
All right. Reason for the arrest?
So, Officer Meekins, why was it they arrested you?
What do you mean, Emma?
Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Goodman, and the victim, whom he met at the scene of the crime, didn't show his ID.
In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim.
And if his body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died.
That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. I did say something along those lines.
Huh? But you still ended up here.
They told me that it had to be him on that day, at that time. Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said.
But you don't remember the events clearly.
No. But the videotape was quite clear.
Oh.
Huh? The videotape?
From a security camera. The crime, my crime. I swore to stamp it out. It's there. It's on tape.
Ellipsis.
And you waited till now to tell us this?
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it.
No thanks, I have my own. Well, guess we better go check out the crime scene.
Finally, yeah.
Now back to criminal
Can I
affairs.
I'm going to the crime scene.
I
guess the
criminal
other-
affairs,
the
yeah.
other crime scene.
Crime scene 2. Oh,
Oh, gumshoe, you hear?
Hey, Mr. Wright, look who's standing at the chief detective's desk.
Is it the chief of detectives?
oh God, it's And you're sure this is all? You know what this means? If there is anything missing?
Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats, under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine.
I say. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away. Deal?
Yeah. We'll scour the place again, sir.
The chief of detectives seems a little flustered. Wah. Righto, my boy. How have you been? Do you swim? Chief Gant, reporting for duty, sir.
Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright?
We're sucking up. Because he hates he hates prosecutors.
So, Edward's going to be okay? Wealthy? Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him.
Sounds like an inquisition.
Yep, well, they've had no end of trouble with the boy since last year. You mean the incident on Gourd Lake? It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right? Righto?
Also happened to be a prosecutor.
Von Karma. A legend, he was undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court, you fixed it. So he was caught for forging evidence.
No, that was Gregory Peck.
Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they'd do just about anything to support our reputation.
You're going to bring in that one guy from the tutorial case.
Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy.
What?
All right.
It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their turf, too, I mean. There being the prosecutors, I assume.
Scientifically speaking, it's impossible.
Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? Now, Righto, you can't give away all our secrets just like that. In this particular, well, it's a little sensitive, ellipsis, and I can't talk about it. I wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. I can't stand it. But, you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives trap shut.
Ah, he was the one who you were picking on earlier.
You saw that? Oh, whoops. I wonder what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do.
Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him.
Salisbury steak?
He's maybe, I don't know.
Present him.
To this guy?
To see if he'll let us in the evidence room.
No, that's specifically for Marshall,
Yeah.
Oh.
who will probably be at the guard station. At some point, we probably triggered something by talking to him.
Gosh dang it.
No, nothing.
It's just the same thing, right?
How many fingers do you see?
I guess go back into criminal affairs.
Well, it's 20 for the left, but nowhere near that for the right. What? Get glasses, officer. The drama.
That was an eye test. All right. Where should we go?
I guess back to criminal affairs.
We could talk to the chief of detectives. He's right behind that guy.
Yeah, examine the chief of detectives.
Uh-huh.
We need to find a way to ask him something. Sorry you had to see that.
What exactly did the chief want you to do?
Well, see over there. That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. But I'm bored. I don't really want to do it. He took away every last,
So nothing belonged to Goodman is still here?
Well, I got his Pokemon cards. Except for this.
What? You kept something?
Sure, why not? It's not important. I don't even know why I finished writing it. He didn't do it, so I don't know. It's a lost item report. It's only half complete. God, it's such a bother.
A lost item. Did Detective Goodman lose something?
February 21.
221.
Yeah, better make note of that.
That was on the SL9 note.
Yep. Lost item. What did he lose? His ID, probably. He lost his ID. And someone who looked like him.
Maybe he lost the knife.
That's impressive, considering it would have been in police
Yeah.
custody.
Well, we should get back to
Well, they were moving it. Remember?
That's true.
talk to Gant.
Oh, permission to enter.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Well, I never thought the day would come when Rido asked me for help.
Can you teach me to play golf or swim?
I want to get in the room.
Okay, that
over
works too.
there.
Oh, the suspense.
No. I'm sorry, I don't need to investigate.
He does have
after
like
all.
this fatherly, imposing figure.
Rido, please, do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50, I'd give them $50, no problem. Go ahead, investigate your room, boy.
It just goes to show you'd never know until you ask.
And for you here, you can borrow this.
Ah, hey, this is a detective ID card,
It's
isn't it?
for Goodman too.
It's a special
It says
card.
Goodman on the card. Search Sergeant Goodman.
Don't
They reused the asset.
Yes, sir, it's an honor.
I hope that actually becomes plot relevant, where every guest card is just Goodman.
Says Goodman.
A goodbye.
It gets the door open. I don't know why we have to have a unique one.
It looks
Saves
pretty
money.
cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think a real ID.
Yeah, you
Well,
can't.
you do look
I mean,
happy.
There are some states where you can't vote with without one of these, so it's important.
Yes, sir, because, sir, we get into the evidence room now, sir.
Of course, ID.
I think this is a bad influence on the girl.
Yeah. Of course, these IDs don't actually seem to mean much because anyone can just like hold on to them
Yeah.
and prove their ID with it. Ugh.
What?
We have. Can we examine the door now?
Oh.
The evidence room is beyond that door.
Oh.
And we have the ID card from Grant.
From Gant.
Let's just walk in.
Just walls.
It won't open.
God damn.
The card reader is turned off. So
Oh, okay. Well, whack it.
What is that security guard thinking?
Howdy, partner. Well. What's made my bambina skies so gray? Home on the range.
Oh, Officer Marshall. It would be him.
What's that? Why does that have to be him? What's that look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon.
We're here to investigate the crime scene.
Yeehaw. That card you got there on your chest? That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts.
Yeehaw!
Common expression. Well, that's your standing. Let's go get along, little doggies. Crime scenes awaiting. And your destiny.
While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions.
Oh, sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you hombres.
You're busy then.
I'm composing my ballad. Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you.
Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres, but whatever.
Talk with him.
Yeah, talk with them.
Before we give him the steak? All right.
Well, maybe it'll...
I was wondering if we could talk.
As I... Sorry, Bambina.
All right, whatever. Salisbury steak.
But I'm off to roam the lands like a tumbleweed on the wide prairie. Like a gunslinger loading a six-shooter, I say a little prayer. Grork.
What was that all about, Mr. Wright?
I think he was just too hungry to talk.
Ah, yeah.
You're just saying that because his stomach was growling. And you have no idea what he was talking about either.
Well, we need to get cracking on this pronto.
Oh, give me
Yeah,
a
I guess
home
present him with the...
where the detectives roam. That smell reminds me of Texas.
So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas?
Nope. Just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby?
Oh, yeah, Miss Star.
What's this?
What? What's wrong?
A filet steak lunch. I see. I see.
I don't see. I wonder what it means.
Secret message. All right, Bambina. You win. Ask anything you want.
Finally, it seems like...
He's willing to talk.
Give me a cup of cold water.
Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security, right?
You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Makins at the detention center told us. That poor little doggy. Poor guy. Keep getting his name wrong, and I call him Meekly.
I want a coffee mug with his face.
I want to get a bumper sticker that says "Thin Blue Lines support the cops" and have that face on it. Like Blue Lives Matter, that face.
He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at the station.
Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. How about that? But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know.
So, what were you doing around 5:15?
Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy.
No, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy.
He better have a horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place.
You mean the security camera system?
I don't take to machines much. Kind of like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know? I do know.
Miss Starr told us something. She said you were a detective until 2 years ago.
Hell, I told you that. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of a crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire.
You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Starr, right?
That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. Can't let it go. That's all there is to it.
What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what happened.
Well, Someone was executed over it. There's some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days.
2 days ago. The day of our case.
That's right. The evidence transfers.
Edgeworth was talking about the transferals too.
I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do.
Only 2? There must be a dozen.
Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower on my steaks. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras.
Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned.
That he did. Nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours.
Oh, God.
And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on the tapes?
I reckon they might be. You didn't check?
You reckon?
One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card.
Thus, the
Yep.
card reader by the door.
Yep. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. Ah,
Mm-hmm.
420,
He was there at 5:14.
Yeah.
which is when Miles Edgeworth got into the...
Hey, I've been seeing that somewhere before.
Sorry, Bambino, I can't show you more than that.
Huh?
I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet.
Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before.
It was Mr. Goodman's number, and it was also something else
Maybe
there.
there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing.
Yeah. Totally can.
Sorry, but could you explain the whole transferal thing is about?
Home on the range. We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see?
So what happens to the evidence after 2 years?
It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the county sheriff's department. That's what we call the transferal. We do it every February.
I see now.
Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated.
And that's what happened 2 days ago to the SL9. We'll show him Goodman's card.
To the town of our Freya came a stranger one fine day.
See this? This is the victim's card.
Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot.
The number on this is 5842189.
Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again.
He was here, and he was smooching with my brother.
Look at the fourth number. It's a perfect match.
It was used at 514, right before the stabbing.
I guess now we know Meekin's number.
Yep. There's only one of them cards in the whole world.
So, when the accident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room.
Or at least his card was.
Yeah.
But what did Meekin say?
I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. Yep.
So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do?
That's the thing. Suddenly he's pointing a knife at me.
If he had his ID card, then why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins?
Because his face. All right, compadre. You win. I guess I can give you the ID card record. That's decisive evidence
Yeah.
of a temporal anomaly. Be awkward.
Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here.
Yeah.
Genius.
Well,
Now we should probably go into the room. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look for blood.
Can we look at the records?
You sure have a lot of monitors here.
Can we look at the? Can we look at the computer recording?
Maybe you'll give it to us.
Which monitor shows the section where the crime took place?
Why do cattle sit before the rains come? It's not for man to know.
Unless you're the security guard responsible.
Not for man to know.
What,
Hurdler spoke to folks
can
around.
you tell us
him.
about his hat?
Didn't have too much to say.
Cactus sure is prickly. It must be real.
Best keep your distance from Billy there. You're liable to get hurt.
The cactus has a name.
Big iron, big
Billy,
iron.
you're wearing your cowboy hat on your hand.
My rawhide cowskin 10-gallon hat. I picked that up, but Billy took a fancy to it. Looks like I got stuck on the vines. Oh, that's your line, Mr. Phoenix.
I say try and go in the room.
Should we ask
Hardly
about the
spoke
lasso
to
first?
folks around.
Yeah, you
him.
can.
Didn't have too much to say.
Look on the floor. It's a lasso.
Looks like it's set up to trap something.
They just roped me to steer with a zero lasso.
What?
It was a bellowing moo, pal, moo.
Yeah, Detective Gumshoe.
He did say he was coming out here.
Yeah.
Maybe he's in there. Wow. The fishing pole's in here.
Oh, yeah.
It's quiet.
The investigation must be over here.
So this is the evidence room? It really is kind of a graveyard.
Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue.
It does a bit.
Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me.
And
What?
and the metal detector's in here. Whoa! Pow!
Sorry. I thought you were a ghost.
Boo, pal. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts in the head, pal. So it's true what I heard?
Please, do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if
Okay, yeah, we
was asked for 50, I'd give 50.
Was it true, pal?
$20 is $20.
Would you have taken $50 from that guy? That's how he gets you.
It's true.
So, Chief of Police Gant will loan anyone $50, even me.
Oh, so that's what you're talking about.
Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today.
Just for today?
Boss for a day. Yep, that's your line. But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so you're boss for a day.
Yeah, thanks.
First of all, you'll want to have this.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, finally, we got that.
What's he got to say?
Yeah, we
Get
do.
a picture first.
Yeah, might as well.
We have a lot of evidence.
Yeah, we do. Beautiful.
Thanks.
Yeah.
We have to fill this out with blood.
Is there anything more on the back of this? No.
We need to. So 2 people checked in. One right before Goodman.
Do we want to go and show this to...
One right after him. Yeah, we could. Let's go ahead and present. Like, one
Wait,
right after him.
Why can't I present?
Which probably Meekins, yeah.
Talk to him first.
Profiles? What is this?
A gifted prosecutor. High school junior. Defendant.
What does Meekins
and
say?
chief prosecutor. Patrolman with general affairs suspected of killing Goodman in the evidence room. All right, let's just talk with him.
So, Detective Gumshoe, your boss for the day.
That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department.
But if you're a boss, Why are you all alone? Where are your underlings?
They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial.
In other words, you were kicked out of the investigation again.
I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal.
You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe?
Of course. I'm a detective, after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal.
Only you can open?
Oh, Goodman is the only one who could have opened
Yeah.
the locker. I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens, pal.
So, Mr. Edgeworth is in the inquiry committee now, right?
They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today.
I see.
I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case.
That case.
DL6. I mean, it's the SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth, right after DL6.
Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case.
This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so only one detective can open it.
Using their ID card?
Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my third card since lost. We do have the lost item sheet.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Oh, we have a handprint on that sign. We can
Right
analyze
hand?
it.
Oh, you mean fingerprint?
Yes. It's all coming together. Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coated with a fingerprint. So the locker we can only locker we can open is our own.
Funny, they look like normal lockers.
These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see?
The handles?
On the other side of the handles is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it,
Zap, you
bazap.
get a shock.
A zap. If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about fingerprint locks. Yes. So, the guy who was in here dressed like Goodman, he thought he had it made with the Goodman ID,
There's something sticking out of here.
but he didn't have the hand. Yes, there is.
Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case.
I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here.
There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was open recently.
How do you know?
If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence?
Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too.
I bet he doesn't tuck in a shirt under that trench coat either.
Okay, got so much evidence here. If you're going to go talk about some, you're going to talk about right behind my back. Don't do it in front of me. God damn it. So go to the right. There's an open locker.
See,
Wow, look at this big pile of junk.
Car door.
it looks like, yeah, it does look like a car
There's
door.
a pair of handcuffs.
Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and he got away.
It's like the Hook story, the urban legend where.
Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing.
Yeah, like the
Yeah. There, on the door handle, was the handcuffs.
He was shot square in the forehead.
Better aim than it.
There
Better
just
him
happened.
than us.
There happened to be someone right behind it.
See if you opened up another dialogue option.
We haven't looked at everything yet.
let's look
Or-
some more doors.
Place stuff with evidence, stuff with
Stuffed with dreams.
I'm not sure about the dreams.
A dream of a
It
murder.
won't open.
Did you really think it would?
A dream, no a nightmare. Hey, pal, our security's high tech around here.
Some sort of bulky equipment is gathering
Hey,
dust here.
it's the metal detector.
What a sorry-looking fishing pole that is.
Yeah, that's my personal pole. Never did get around to using it.
Wait, I've seen that somewhere before.
Right, pal, that's the metal detector. The one that led to solving of that case out on Gourd Lake.
Ah, wow. Feels like that was ages ago. And, I don't think I've seen this one before.
That's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it will come in handy in solving a case sooner or later.
The cheap-looking box.
You can't judge a person or a machine by their cover. You gotta look at their heart. Slide over.
Cool.
Can we slide?
Hold on.
That's what the door we came through.
Looks like you don't need an ID card to get it. Well, that would be against fire code.
I wonder what would happen if Officer Marshall cut the power.
Let's hope he remembers we're in here.
Yeah. Oh, handprint.
Wow, the bloody
Handprint.
handprint.
Wow.
That we can match with the handprint.
It's blood.
It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint.
Looks like someone tried to wipe it off.
That's interesting.
So it's either the
Mr.
ladies
Wright.
or the or Officer Meekins.
What if there are other bloodstains?
Yeah.
We should use our testing fluid to check it out.
We're gonna have to.
Let's look at this.
Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all those pieces.
Looks like there's blood on part of it.
Detective Gumshoe, perhaps?
There you go, pal. Making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case.
The case?
The SL9 incident, pal. See a sticker on the pieces there?
Another piece of SL9 evidence. Take a closer look. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before it was broken.
You want to try to put it back together?
Good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Well, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I gave up.
That's why I always carry around a tube of glue.
Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest back in place.
Oh, some skill here.
Nice.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, so maybe one to the left of us.
This one?
Yeah, look. Oh wait, never mind. I wonder if we can rotate the bottom one. Yeah, it looks like we can rotate left to right. Oh, just those pieces. We need something jagged. Yeah, that looks. No.
Where's something? This one.
Yeah,
This one.
it does look more likely. Yeah. Okay.
Fragment 6. There you go.
It does kind of blend together.
Yeah, try that.
Rotate it.
Oh, there's a blood
that
stain. There's
way.
the blood stain.
That way, right.
One more time.
Is that
Yeah. One more time.
Oh, wait, this might fit in the bottom. No? I think this is where we tried it.
Try it.
I think we tried it every way it goes.
Can you rotate the base?
It rotates automatically when we're done with the segment.
Yeah.
What about the first one?
Number. How about the one to the left of the one you just did? So number 4. Yeah, try that one.
Okay, that works.
Nice.
Now try number 6.
This one might work, actually.
Oh, yeah.
So that. Oh, okay. That one. Yeah. That looks right.
This
Try the first one.
Can we turn it, twist it up? Maybe. It does have a handle. Like an
looks kinda
amphora.
right.
Huh.
Okay, now we need something like this.
Yeah, like the rim. Is it a trophy or an urn? We've still got a
missing
piece
a piece.
missing. Interesting.
Huh? Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are gone.
Yeah, I got that far 2 minutes in myself. The problem is finishing it.
It took him 3 hours to figure out he didn't have all the pieces.
So somebody broke that for probably to remove fingerprint
Some
evidence.
stolen?
Bet they were missing.
Yeah, I
to begin
bet they were
with.
missing to
Mhm.
begin with.
Still, it doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar.
Well,
I
and
kind
there's
of
blood
understand how
all
it
over
got
it.
broken.
Use your fluid somewhere close to the jar.
Yeah, you do have that fluid.
I don't know how to use it.
Ah.
Go to court record.
Oh,
Let's just keep looking.
there's the
stuff.
blue paint from when they were making that mascot, and there's that handprint.
Look, this one's open and the red indicator light above the door is lit.
And locker is coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprint.
Detective Goodman's locker?
Are you sure it's okay to leave it open?
Well, it'd be kind of hard to open again if we closed it. Yep.
It's empty. There must have been something taken out of the contents.
Hey, the gloves on
What,
the.
Yeah.
Someone left a glove, but only one.
SL 911.
Detective Gumshoe. Why you hate poor Gumshoe? There you go, pal, making me out to become kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know.
SL9?
Yes, he means SL9.
Does have a tag on it.
Extremely thin.
Hmm.
Doesn't look that thin. Yeah, can we, how do we spray? We already know.
Yeah.
There are two things that bother me. One, why are some of the pieces missing?
Why is
Two,
there blood on it?
doesn't it seem a little unstable?
Why is there blood on it?
No wonder it broke.
I'll make sure to remember that next time I make a jar. Yeah, I'm dying to use the spray.
Any options? Options.
What is a saw and paint doing here?
They were making the mascot. Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression.
True art? I noticed there's blue and yellow paint.
Oh, yeah, like the blue badger.
Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the blue badger.
Yeah, and that's the handprint right there. You might say this is my studio.
The evidence room?
Court record, court record.
Hold on. We gotta check the last things.
Is the Lumisol? There it is.
Yeah. I don't know how to use it. Oh, X.
Spray.
Oh,
Ah.
Okay. Spray where, yeah.
now we have predator vision.
Spray like near the 2. Yeah.
Wow.
Ah.
How did we miss that? Oh, this is clearly where somebody died. And it
Enhance.
did.
This must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective?
Pale blue blood. Someone killed an alien. Maybe Detective Goodman. Never trust him. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you, Gumshoe.
This proves that something really happened in front of the locker.
Yeah, we got predator vision right now.
I'll make note of it on the floor plans.
If you don't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked.
Can you go to the slide over to the other side of the room?
Yeah, we could figure out if anyone tried to. Like the floor.
Mm-hmm.
My God, you're right. Looks like there's only, half. It's having a gay old time with this Lumisol. I'm pretty sure the handprint's what we need.
Yeah, it just like doesn't do it until you spray enough, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Why am I getting a reaction here?
There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant.
Does Gant have a locker?
Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal.
What, this? It's called luminol.
Where'd you get your hands on that?
How does Gumshoe not know about this?
Huh?
Explain a lot about the police department. I want some. Give it. I'll borrow $50 from the chief and buy equipment for the police department.
Where do you get this, Emma?
I always buy it by mail.
Well, I'd better jot this down on the floor plans.
Okay.
Can you talk to Gumshoe about it? Nope.
Can we present him with evidence?
Does he have any new dialogue?
What if we
He does not.
examine...
We already did.
But now that we know there's blood there, maybe there's new stuff. Okay, let's go somewhere else, maybe.
Maybe present him with something real quick. I don't know.
Does he
I
have?
just want to see what evidence we have, really.
He didn't have any more dialogue?
No.
What about that one locker to the left on, like, go back to present real quick,
Okay.
and to the left.
Oh, this one?
Get that, yeah. Can't. Okay, never mind. They'll give you 50 cents.
What?
The
No,
police
the
department.
police department lacks faith in its lock system.
After all, Detective Goodman was stabbed here after opening his locker. But at the same time, he was found dead over the prosecutor's office. Hell of a thing, that. Yeah, I guess we could present him with that. Speaking as a detective, if I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. Can we... Oh. Present him with the lost item receipt, just to be... I want to see if he can comment on it. It's half written. Never mind.
Gloves?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay, nothing. I think we need to go somewhere else.
Starting to look
So,
that way.
did we do the ID card?
I think we did.
The ID card list?
We can do it again.
Oh, now, yeah, it wouldn't let us present it before.
Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing.
I heard the rumors. So it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa!
What is it?
The second number. It's not your ID number. Is it me? Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
Mr. Edgeworth. The second number on that list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
You have to go to the detention center and confront him about this.
Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? Why would we come to the evidence room?
What time was that? 4:40.
And
So he came straight from here to the other place, to the crime scene.
yeah, and 777, I'm assuming is Gant, because there's no other person who would have that number.
Right.
That's such a and that's like a
Wait,
Honestly, that's like a testing
Yeah.
number.
the person right for Edgeworth is the same person that was the same time as Goodman.
Yeah, so Meekins, presumably.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Unless it's Lana Skye, I'm pretty sure 777 is Gant, which means he came in there first,
Let's-
Edgeworth shortly after.
Well, hold on. Does he have any new dialogue?
No,
Let me check again.
I just checked.
Okay,
okay.
sorry. I missed that.
Has he got anything new? Nope. Do we present this guy the?
Why not? Just maybe we could have presented the sign. Well, no, that wouldn't. We'll probably know when it's time to look at the sign for the handprint. They're shooting hand.
This is neither wild nor west.
But that's that and this are two entirely different things.
I guess so. Huh? I'm lost.
Looks like we need some evidence to get anywhere with this guy.
Well, we do happen to have evidence. Just run through like the numbers, maybe like jar piece back to that, maybe. The sheriff's back in the Wild West. Only okay.
Same thing.
This is your case, man. You should have some commentary on the evidence from it. Yeah, show me. Yeah, Marshall.
Okay.
Marshall.
You're letting me down, Marshall.
I'm beginning to see why the SL9 case wasn't
Does Marshall have
solved
his own
correctly.
locker? Yeah.
Okay, so,
I say we just go on to Edgeworth.
All right.
yeah.
Let's take a look at this guy and see.
Yeah, let's see if the handprint is. Nope,
No.
we don't think it's important yet.
Can we examine the picture now? No.
So, Edgeworth.
You want to go to the parking lot?
I'm pretty sure.
You want to show her some of the stuff?
Edgeworth.
I'm pretty sure Edgeworth is where the game wants us to go.
High prosecutors.
Finally, okay.
Yeah, this is where he wanted us to go.
Wow, it's even lacier than the usual.
Lucky trial jacket. Well. Okay, so he's not here.
No.
Maybe he is in the detention center? Or at least Lana Skye, maybe? We haven't talked to our client in a long time.
Very true.
Wait. There's even a ladder. I thought Edgeworth wasn't good with heights. Pal. Okay, so we've already seen all
Yeah,
this.
we've already seen these.
He's not here. We need to
Alright.
we need to lure him out by advancing the game's story somehow.
I'm going to present her some stuff.
Could you take a look at this?
T.
Oh, she's gonna start going through.
Once
Yeah,
okay.
This is nothing to me.
So the detectives in charge of this case have no comment on the evidence
Oh.
discovered within it.
we never did actually look at this.
It's true.
Hey, look, they're hard to make out, but there's some dark red stains.
Oh, maybe it's old blood from
Looks
the case.
like blood.
Do you think Goodman's blood somehow got on this?
Not likely. This blood looks like it's been here for months,
Like
maybe longer.
2 years.
This jar was evidence in the SL9 incident. That might be when the blood got on it.
Okay. Okay.
Huh.
Uh-huh.
Huh? This thing doesn't have a bottom.
That is weird.
I wonder which side is up.
Yeah, everybody thought the big side was the top, but it's not.
It's got a
Better
flared base.
What's the purpose of a bottomless jar?
At least it doesn't collect dust.
Okay, so Where the
Yeah,
hell?
so this is like the bottom. It's supposed to be like this.
Edgeworth, Edgeworth, Edgeworth. Where are you? Got some work to do now.
I haven't looked at this either.
It says SL911.
So there's 11 pieces of evidence.
Another piece.
I guess that's another piece from that case.
You know, I never did care for the word tag. It's confusing.
What's so confusing about that?
Do you know how many other words sound like it? Bag, gag, nag, lag, zag.
Zag? Is that a word?
Do you challenge me?
Are we playing a word game now?
Who? Boggle Champ over there. Okay. Let's just keep moving until we find Edgeworth. He's around here somewhere.
Can you use the fluid on the jar?
I don't know. It does not appear that
I think
can
you have
use
to
the
do it
fluid
through
here.
examine, don't you?
Nope.
No.
It's not time yet. We need to,
Maybe let's show her the card. Alright, she
Key.
doesn't care.
maybe we should find Edgeworth. Maybe he's by his car. Maybe he's looking forlornly at his
Oh.
car.
Yeah.
Because he can't. So look at that tasteful rope. Okay. He's not here.
Must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him.
Did we spray the locker with the handprint?
Yeah.
We were all over that thing.
Let's present the list to him.
Oh, yeah. Take a look at this. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I have no idea what that is. You're a terrible cop. Well, you should ask Mr. Edgeworth. He's over there.
He's passing the buck, Mr. Wright.
It takes a special kind of man to pass the buck to Edgeworth.
Maybe now Edgeworth will be in his office. Let's go here because we haven't been there yet.
What to do? We should talk to Mr. Edgeworth. Is he in the detention? No, that's where Meekins is. Because Lana Skye is apparently somewhere else. He's not here.
Not here.
Maybe we should.
I think we missed something in the
Let's go.
evidence room.
I don't know that we did.
That was the inciting thing that sent us looking for Edgeworth. But you'd think once they incited us to go seek Edgeworth, they'd assume we'd look for Edgeworth. No, there's nothing to examine here, really.
Mumbling to himself again.
Yeah, it's that same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we go back to the evidence room.
Can we examine that locker with the shirt out of it again?
I don't know what else we can do with
Sure,
it.
we can try doing it again.
Because I know we found the prints on it. I can't
Found the
remember
prints.
if we examined it further. What about the shirt tail?
Yeah, we talked about that earlier.
Yep.
And we sprayed it. I know we sprayed it. We sprayed everything. But
We
okay.
sprayed that one, but did we spray the one with the visible blood print?
I believe we did.
Yep. We can try spraying it again. Spray it again. Just keep spraying until the game decides it's okay.
Oh, it didn't
'Cause-
show up last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did. It did exactly this.
No, it did it for the
didn't
other
give
one.
us the thing
There,
on the
there
hand,
was
though.
there was another handprint on the other locker, but
We
not this
sprayed
one.
it, but it didn't glow.
Oh.
I knew it. This is someone's right handprint.
Oh, whose
What?
hand is bandaged right? It's
Meekin's.
Meekin's.
Oh, yeah.
What's the matter, detective?
Miss Locker, it's mine.
It's yours.
Please. You have to help me when they come to take me away.
What?
Promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals?
This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans.
Very disappointed in this game for just assuming we didn't see this thing.
What? But you're a detective.
So now go see if you triggered
Okay.
Edward.
Let's see if Dagoth is ready to face us.
50 bajillion steps to get to Edward.
Now we shall seal shut the gates of oblivion.
Negatory.
We missed something.
Is he in? Okay, go back to the evidence room and spray gumshoe.
Just
Just. Oh.
Did Gumshoe have anything new to say?
Yeah.
Nope.
Wait, can we spray the thing? Spray the blue badger.
Oh, we can.
No. But this is opening up a whole new realm of gameplay where we can just spray all day and assume something might happen. Okay, I'm assuming we don't need to do this anymore.
How is there not any blood spray there?
Well, there's no blood. I just want to know if the handprint would mean something like paint. The blue paint in the evidence room.
I just didn't think they'd let's do it somewhere random because
Yeah.
you can't do it everywhere.
But if they try to pin this on Gumshoe, we can prove that it's not his handprint, the bloody handprint, because it's his blue handprint on the badger.
Yeah.
Go away. Just go away.
Can
Shoot.
we spray this place?
Yeah, he deserves it. I'm just going to say it. He deserves... Let's see if the body was drug out. It was not drug out. At least it didn't leave any blood when it did. Because the body obviously left the room. And then
We'll
Lana...
check his tequila bottles.
Okay. Grasping at straws.
Yep.
Let's go back to the evidence room. This is where it all went bad.
Okay, nothing.
We didn't present it with a whole lot. Yeah, well, we did, but...
Should we show him the scene?
Can we... Wait, can we examine the scene? Now that we have, like, the blood?
That's all we got. We can just look at it.
Okay. Okay. Can we show him the knife? And that switchblade knife.
This is new.
Huh. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone because of the SL9 connection. That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared.
But why would evidence from that case turn up now?
I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. If only Edgeworth were here.
So,
Or anywhere.
talk.
Uh-huh.
Nah.
My God. Now that was a bloody case, pal. A bloody violent case.
So it was a murder.
A serial killing.
Serial killing. Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all.
But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him.
And this was 2 years ago?
That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight and started the rumor mill about the forged evidence, yes. It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. The last job he ever did. Mr. Goodman, that is.
Oh, what do you mean?
Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident. See?
So, that switchblade knife?
The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself.
Hey, pal, look at the time. It's time for us to be out of here.
Was there something you needed to be going to?
It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry...
Oh, now he's going to be in there.
Yeah.
I'm going to give them my report for the day.
Is that a restaurant?
It
menu?
looks like one. It's a very handsome man, that restaurant magazine. It might help, you know.
Report? You mean the note written on the back of the flyer?
And one says nothing but no problems. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I'm believing him, pal. Who needs enemies?
Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe?
I'm off, pal. See you later.
Should probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too.
Yeah.
I agree. I completely
agree.
Adios.
I'm gonna be really terse with this man.
Finally.
Why are you here? Go away.
The bellboy?
It's you?
Look, I don't care if you...
Have we met somewhere?
Huh?
You forgot us?
Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave so long.
Is Edgeworth here?
There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand.
Bring me the girl.
Oh, right.
He has a hotel bring him tea service.
Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry?
I am.
By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you.
Ah, yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems.
Really? Was it helpful?
Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow.
Real info is on the other side, Edgeworth.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him.
So how'd the inquiry committee go?
Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation.
Concealing evidence?
Yes, apparently there was some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again.
Again?
I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago.
Are you okay for the trial tomorrow?
Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However,
Something happened?
they gave control of the investigation over to the police department.
Oh.
The police department?
Yes, any further investigation for this case will be directed by the chief of police, Gaunt. I can do nothing but wait for his results.
I see.
Why, I ask you? Why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still.
Wow, I've never seen him out of the sorts. Show him the the
Time
log.
card?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's got his number.
Yeah. Hey, buddy.
Why? Oh, I need to get out of that first so I can present it to him. No, I just can't present anything to him.
Can you...
Can only look
So-
at his profile.
Okay, back out. We're on the top.
Oh, I went to court record instead of presenting.
Oh, right. I better check this now.
As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage?
Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less.
Yes, that's true.
Why, Mr. Edgeworth?
Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go by Chief Gaunt, no less.
The chief of police?
It's all a setup. He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office.
But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filled.
The chief never wanted to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here.
Can I ask what kind of a case it was?
So he knew Edgeworth was at the police station and could put the body in the back.
Yeah.
I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case.
Now I'm curious about the other case. I better make note of it.
AI6, I guess.
Examine the screwdriver.
Stubborn as always, I told you that this has nothing to do with the current
Oh,
case.
that totally means it has something to do with it.
Yeah.
Examine that piece of evidence.
Maybe it was maybe a serial killer used a screwdriver. once.
The tag, yeah.
16.
It says AI-16.
What's that got to do with anything?
Nothing, apparently. At least that's what Edgeworth says.
That makes it seem all the more suspicious. Who knows? This might turn out to be the clue that breaks the case.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Nothing else special about it, huh?
Can we
Nope.
spray it with the luminol?
Didn't look like it.
Show him the switchblade.
Recognize this.
I know you. You've probably got a hold on some information already, right?
It all has to do with that case you were on, SL9 incident. And some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in.
You are the man who revived my worst memory in my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later.
He must be talking about his father murder in that elevator.
So many incidents involved in your life.
Okay, Edgeworth. Why don't you tell me about it and tell me the truth?
I guess
Can
go
we
back
talk?
here.
Yay!
Yes.
The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time,
Gant.
Damon Gaunt.
That wacky old coot was involved in this case 2 years ago, too, then.
He was a top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous.
Well, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth.
What I want to know is why was a deputy chief of police on the investigation?
In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed.
Wait, you didn't?
Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted you to know something.
My sister? What?
If you were still studying forensic science.
Yes, of course. Why, just today we were using this.
Luminol testing fluid, Well then, you might have use for this.
Fingerprints?
Yeah.
Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints.
Oh.
It's been chemically treated for better adhesion.
For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know.
I've no say in today's investigation. Do as you will.
Yeah, those police have unleashed the
That
Edgeworth.
look on his face. Edgeworth, I'm really...
No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved.
Nice.
Thanks. How about giving...
That's
how
a
about giving these
good
a Detective
point.
Gumshoe as well?
Oh, yeah.
Now
I'll
we
head back to the evidence room.
Yeah,
Let's get going.
go
One
back
last
to-
investigation.
go back to the evidence. First, go back.
Straight to the sign.
Right.
Go back to the mascot. Yeah, blue badger. Look, there's
There was a suspicious handprint somewhere.
yes on the badger. I don't care. It's where
She's gone.
this is where it all comes together.
Exactly.
We're solving this case right here, right now.
We need... How do I
Yeah.
do it?
Game.
How'd you do the
Maybe
luminol
now?
earlier?
Game. I want you to think long and hard about what you're denying us.
On.
Game. You don't throw a handprint at us and tell us we can't fingerprint it. I don't care if it.
You gotta be kidding me.
Don't do this. Don't do me like this.
All right, we're going in. We're going in.
Okay. Okay, fine. Maybe we didn't trigger the mascot yet. We can't collect evidence out of sequence. I know. God. Sector 3. Up us. We have two.
Yeah,
special-
it's on the...
two handprints.
yeah, it's right there.
Uh-huh.
Here in this
Uh-huh.
blood on the detective's evidence locker. Let's use secret.
Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Enhance.
Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger.
Well,
A finger.
Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint.
the index finger
So
would
let's
probably be
choose
the
the
most
finger that
likely.
will left behind the clearest print.
And that would be the thumb.
I really can't tell the difference at a glance. Yeah, try the thumb first.
It'd be a thumbprint or the index finger, but thumb makes.
Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done.
Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes.
First, we sprinkle aluminum powder
How do you do that?
with the A button.
Oh, now we have the tutorial, so now we can go to the badger.
The aluminum powder adheres completely. Once the powder is well spread,
Long investigation.
just blow away the excess.
It is a long investigation.
Yep.
Title drop.
The hunt. The hunt for Edgeworth.
With the X button, exciting, I know. Imagine you're blowing out the candles. See?
Wow, it does look like fun.
It's fine. I won't go up your nose or anything.
Good, because aluminum powder probably wouldn't
You
be
just
good.
pour it on thick and blow it away.
Jazzercise.
Those are the basics.
I guess I better give it a try. Are we blowing it through like a...
You gotta spread it around here.
Spread it. Oh yeah.
My
Let's use it all up on this
You blow
one
it away.
fingerprint. Yeah.
Aha! You did it. You found one.
Looks like an asteroid. Looks nothing like a
Yeah,
fingerprint.
it doesn't. Yeah, it really doesn't.
Maybe it's a glove. He was wearing a glove.
I guess it doesn't.
He was
What does it
wearing a
mean?
glove.
Yeah.
I think it means we're out of luck.
No, he. There is one. There is a missing glove.
The person who left this handprint wore a glove.
Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here.
No,
Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes.
there is a missing
What?
glove.
It
What?
does seem a shame.
And Gant always wears gloves.
Alrighty,
true.
why don't we look for other prints?
Yeah, there's another handprint.
Looking at the locker door again closely.
The vague right
yeah,
beneath
there-
the thumb.
Yeah.
It's a
it seems
fainter
there are
one.
other prints. Let's see if we can find a clear print.
Well, not clear. But it's outside the main handprint, like to the left.
Uh-huh.
I can't help
Pouring on
but
Can you make
notice-
the whole
powder.
screen powder?
I can't help
Probably.
but notice that
You want me to,
Yeah,
go
just-
all the way over here?
Just make the whole screen a solid color. We can speed up this part.
all right.
There's a
Oh,
print
huff.
somewhere.
I missed
in
the
here.
spot. All right.
And all puff.
Yeah.
Perfect print. Wait, that wasn't enough? Are you kidding?
My God. You're on like it looks the same. It looks the same.
It's so clear. Finally, I couldn't really tell what it was either. It is dazzling.
Anyway, this print took a lot of effort. Let's match it up right away.
So we're not done yet? This is quite a process.
Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who it owns it.
Oh, yeah, we do have that evidence, apparently.
Look at the data we got from Edgeworth and point out the person you think left the prints.
Okay.
Huh? How
Oh,
am I supposed to
oh.
know who it was?
The
We'll
world's
compare.
I could make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprints would most likely find on this Everest locker?
Gumshoe.
Gumshoe.
Yep.
So we can like rule him out.
Gumshoe, yes.
That's it.
Compare.
Yeah, it looks
Perfect.
Yep. I knew this 30-year-old man
Aha!
was behind nothing.
So these prints belong to Gumshoe.
So,
Something wrong, Mr. Wright.
well,
You gave me the so what look.
it's his locker.
I guess that's because I was thinking, so what?
Okay. So we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches.
Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was
yeah,
one
there
other
was,
handprint in this
wasn't
room.
there? Let's go.
check it out.
Let's mosey on over.
Mhm.
Where'd he go?
This is where we got a luminol fluid reaction, right?
Yeah.
Right, there was a handprint. Okay, let's try it.
There go her eyes sparkling again.
Check for prints. Hell with it.
That's the spirit. Oh, I have to warn you about something.
What?
The area with blood was wiped away.
We only ended up finding it using chemical means.
Any prints will have been wiped away too.
Oh, right. So that means no prints.
Would you say the probability for hypothesis is high?
Don't ask me.
Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped.
Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hands?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
The key card area.
True.
Because maybe he had one hand on that. Like he was like stabilizing himself with one hand, but with the left hand, he
Oh,
was
oh.
okay. You found
Oh,
something.
got him now.
Oh yeah, we got this guy, and this is not Gumshoe.
Come on. How much do we need on this
I
thing?
can't tell if there's one there or not.
We'll never be able to compare this to the other ones.
This is a Junji Ito panel.
Let's see here.
Okay,
Yep.
it's not Meekin.
That one
It's
is
Marshall.
Marshall, why would you do us like this, Marshall?
Maybe
You
this
were-
is Marshall's
his old one.
cabinet.
Hey, these fingerprints.
Whose are they? Whose? It's someone I know.
It's Officer Marshall.
Huh? Officer Jake Marshall?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime.
Emma.
This is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminol reaction. The blood and the fingerprints are in the same place.
Oh, oh!
So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped blood stain.
Well,
But why would Officer Marshall?
It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence.
well,
I don't believe it.
he would have been able to delete
Neither
the.
does my pen.
And with that long investigation, tune in next time for part 5 of episode 5.
The Wild West.
Thanks for watching.